to be accompanied by Marcus Louis. They'll be joined the minister responsible for national security, the minister responsible for His Majesty's prison. And I am concerned about the mental health of the nation. We're going to look at it and we're going to talk whether or not Dr. Michael Dowell has the correct person in charge of the nation's mental health. This is powerful. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save the King. Hold on, everybody.
Freedom March with Rodney Monker will be right back after this.
Experience the difference with BTC's fixed services. Whether you're working from home or enjoying family time, BTC ensures you're always in touch with the people and moments that count. BTC isn't just a service, it's a lifestyle. Stay connected, stay inspired, and live your best life. BTC.
At the Water and Sewage Corporation, safety and convenience are our top priorities. However, our meter readers face challenges that can make their job difficult. Locked gates to guard dogs sometimes leads to missed readings and estimated bills, which can be frustrating for you and us. That's why we're upgrading to digital meters. They bring safety, accuracy, and convenience to homes across the Bahamas. We can streamline data collection, reduce on-site visits, and provide more accurate bills with no more estimates. Digital meters also help detect leaks early, saving you from costly bills and reducing water waste. Soon, a user-friendly app will let you track your water usage, manage bills, and stay informed, all at your fingertips. Over the next year, we're rolling out digital meters nationwide, transforming how we serve you with a safer and cost-efficient water supply. To learn about our digital meters, visit our website or call us today. And don't forget to update your information at any of our locations.
Hello, ambitious women. Are you ready to take your business to the next level? This is your chance to shine. I'm Adriana Fox, co-founder of the Fox Foundation.
And I'm Adriel Fox, legacy advocate of the Fox Foundation.
We're thrilled to announce the second annual Women's Entrepreneurship Episode Grant Initiative, created to empower and support women like you who are making waves in the business world.
This year, we're offering $75,000 in grants to female entrepreneurs with innovative business ideas in undersaturated markets and industries that have yet to reach their full potential. Our top 3 prizes are $25,000 for first place, $20,000 for second place, and $15,000 for third place. In addition, 7 runner-ups will receive $2,000.
We encourage businesses such as those in digital markets like web innovations, AI-driven service, niche e-commerce, or emerging industries such as green technologies, health tech, cultural tourism, and personalized educational platform. Whether you're launching a startup, scaling your business, or tackling that big idea that needs a financial boost, this grant is for you. Last year, we funded 10 incredible entrepreneurs, and this year, it could be you.
Imagine what you could achieve with the funding to grow your dreams.
Apply now and join a powerful community of women entrepreneurs leading the way. Applications are open from January 31st to February 28th. Don't wait. Visit our website for more information. This is your opportunity to break into a growing market and make an impact. Apply today and let's build a future of unstoppable women entrepreneurs together.
This is Freedom March with Rodney Monker.
Welcome back to Freedom Match. My name is Rodney Monker. And of course, today has been very, very exciting because I have been doing an investigation on mental health. It's just amazing the social problem that exists in the country. And we need to look at mental health, particularly in view of the fact that there were two major violent incidents at the King's Prison. That's Foxhill Prison. And I was blessed to be able to have joined the Minister of National Security, Wayne Munro, yesterday to see the area where the prisoners are kept and to ask some questions which I'm not prepared to tell you precisely what those questions are for social reasons. And I'm now satisfied that we have a major problem at the Sandlands Rehabilitation Center. I'm satisfied by that. And I'm gonna have to, if it means going to Prime Minister Philip Brave Davis, I'm prepared to go to Prime Minister Philip Brave Davis because something at Sandlands Rehabilitation Center needs to be corrected. I must confess that even in my family, there are relatives who have mental health challenges. And so from time to time, I'm required to play a role. And I've been taking note of certain professionals at the Sandlands Rehabilitation Center. And I have been suspicious for quite a number of years. And therefore, I have asked friends, police officers in the Royal Bahamas Police Force to conduct a quiet investigation. You heard me? And by grab, I'm now satisfied, taking into consideration that a couple of weeks ago, the Health Minister, Dr. Michael Darville, held two of the most significant social symposium. You would recall that the last one was held at the Atlantis, where we talk about a new piece of legislation that the government passed to deal with mental health issues. And you would recall that I told you that there were quite a number of professionals who spoke. But I was not pleased with them, even though they are more sane than I am. Even though they are more educated than I am. I was not pleased with them. But I was waiting to hear from the Royal Bahamas Police Force. And then I said I will make my move. I'm publicly calling on the government to send for Dr. Nelson Clark to return to run the Sandlands Rehabilitation Center. Show the photograph of Dr. Nelson Clark. He's a former student of the British educated government high, now in modern times called the University of the Bahamas. We need Dr. Nelson Clark to return so that this new challenge involving mental health and the breakdown in services that ought to be provided by the Sandlands Rehabilitation Center can be reinstated. Nelson Clark, who hails from Burial Ground Corner of East Street, and he of course is one of the people them. So I thought I will tell you and show you Nelson Clark. I will now want to show you a person who has replaced Nelson Clark, and this is Dr. Eugenia Comby. Dr. Eugenia Comby is the chief psychiatrist. I want the government to remove her as the chief psychiatrist. I want her to be removed. I'm not satisfied with her leadership at the Sandlands Rehabilitation Center, and I'm not satisfied with her leadership as it deals with mental health issues. I will tell you that the Royal Bahamas Police Force has been conducting an investigation at the Sandlands Rehabilitation Center. And among the professionals that they wanted to speak to has been this psychiatrist. But notwithstanding that officers of the Royal Bahamas Police Force has been continuously going to Sandlands, requesting to see her, they have not been able to see her, and the nursing staff has been programmed to obstruct the investigation of the Royal Bahamas Police Force, to the extent that officers wondered whether or not they should just arrest some of them. Watch out for Rodney Monker, because I'm telling you something that I doubt the Commissioner of Police is aware of, that I doubt the acting Commissioner of Police. And there is an acting Commissioner of Police today, I'm advised. That is what is going on, and it has to be stopped. When do you tell the police that you will answer their legal question by email? Why is it that nurses at the Sandlands Rehabilitation Center allegedly has done things within their power to obstruct the police to see the lady who's now who is now the chief psychiatrist, involving matters that is professional but requires police investigation? That is what has been going on. And so I was shocked when I appeared at Atlantis on Paradise Island, and Dr. Comby spoke up and she talked. She has been mysterious. She hides. She hangs out in Miami. At least that's the last thing she told me when I set an appointment with her for a relative, and then arrive at Sandlands, and no one could find her. But I, being a Negro justice of the peace, I was able to secure her number and call her, only for her to tell me she can't get on the plane. And I asked her, well, what you doing over there when you have all this appointment in Nassau? And the police is upset over the fact that they have not been able to see this lady. I told the officer that under Section 5 of the Magistrate Act, every JP can issue a warrant of arrest and a warrant of search, and any policeman who goes to any government agency and is satisfied that a person that they need to see and there's obstruction, wake me up and I'll sign the warrant to arrest them and to search them. So I want Dr. Eugenia Comby to leave the Sandlands Rehabilitation Center. That is only one area that I feel that she has collapsed in, and I wonder what strategy she has for the prison. You got to watch out for me. All right? God had it that Dr. Michael Dowell invited me to the mental health initiative. And while he was inviting me, unbeknown to him, I've been quietly talking with policemen. So I didn't make any link until they called the name of the good doctor. And then I realized not only am I looking for her, officers wanted to speak to her on a matter. She's committed no crime. Don't get that impression. She's committed no crime. But don't forget, at Sunderland, strange things has happened at Sunderland, you know. I used to work there. I can give you some secret that would shock you. Because when I worked at the Sunderland Rehabilitation Center, I was a youth. I went there sober. And I went there free from drugs. So I know everything. And when I worked the ghost night shift, I killed time by reading everything. Everything I read. All right? So I need an investigation, and I need Dr. Nelson Clark to return. Now, I have not spoken to Nelson Clark. I've not seen Nelson Clark since about 3 Christmas parties ago at the home of one of his old schoolmate, Professor Haldane Chase. And I'm prepared to pursue it, and I'm prepared to tell the Prime Minister why I'm pursuing it, and I'm prepared to ask the Attorney General under what provision can a professional who needs to be seen by an officer of the Royal Bahamas Police Force, who gave anybody the authority to block the police from seeing the professionals? And I'm the last man for the police to tell, because I'm on radio and I'm on TV and I have to find something to talk about. And this is something very positive that needs to be talked about, because there are many social problems that we need to deal with. I want you to know it. We are in trouble, and I want to know what criteria did the Ministry of Health use to select Dr. Eugenia Combe. All right? Very mysterious, very difficult to find her. Not only is the police complaining, you know. Not only has the police complained, but I will hold the second institution, if it is God's will, for me to survive to next week, to tell you the next state institution. Because I'm a man, I have the gift to be distracted and to distract others while I'm being distracted, gathering intelligence. All right? So we're going to straighten up this country. And we're going to straighten up this country by looking at some of these professionals who have these good jobs and the police can't find them. Can you imagine that? Let us not forget, you know, there was it a double killing? I want to be as honest as possible. I'm getting old. But we had murder at the Sanders Rehabilitation Center here. You remember? We had murder on the Crazy Hill. So we had it. We had killing at Sunderland's. Let us not forget it. There are other sins that occurred at Sunderland's. And by damn, if we are committed to the mental health of the nation, we must make sure that Sunderland is running properly. As simple as that. Now, they invite me to the mental health institution. And so when I went, I listened carefully to the professors, because I loved the topic that they were discussing. They're discussing psychology, they're discussing psychiatry, they're discussing craziness, they're discussing the mental health of the country. And I know that in this nation, our mental health is not good. I know it. And so I'm very disturbed. I'm very, very disturbed. And I've not said to the minister, Minister, how is it that the police can't see these professionals? Can you imagine that the nursing staff have participated, not all, in misleading the police? Poor police, they asked me what I thought. Now, I'll tell you something. The only reason why I didn't put the law in their head is because my daddy, first cousin, is the principal nursing officer at Sunderland, and she's a saved woman. She's above reproach, she's above corruption, and so I decided, let me play family with the police and not support their idea, because they've been very frustrated, and it must be stopped. Any professional who refuse to meet with the police lawfully, for the police to conduct lawful investigation. So I kept quiet. I said I'll wait until the police is comfortable in telling me what investigation this was. I'm satisfied that I now know what the investigation is. And I don't want that to happen no more. But my spiritual advisor, I had to run on. I'm going to have you 2 scriptures. Then afterwards,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I can. Don't worry about it. Then
I have to break, man. I got some car trouble. Okay.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I have to tell you why I'm late.
Listen, don't
The next
worry
thing you know,
about it.
you can start talking with insubordination and firing and all that kind of stuff. I know how you always think, you know.
Wow, look how you want cover for corruption. Lord, I bring my spiritual advisor before you. Touch him there, Lord,
I know you always think.
that he will provide us with good spiritual advice as we investigate the mental health of our nation. This is pretty much God Save the Sunlands Rehabilitation Center. Will Dr. Dowell send us a person who will not hide
The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by Rodney Munker, his guests, and callers on Freedom March are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is a production of ILTV and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2020. All rights are reserved.
March, my name is Rodney Munker. Bradley Rule is my spiritual advisor. And my spiritual advisor, what are you going to do for the nation today?
Well, let's pray quickly.
Okay.
I'm too late, so we'll just approach the throne of grace and petition Almighty God. So let's pray quickly. Father in heaven, we are just so grateful to you for this day. And of course, for leading us safely through another week. We are so grateful to you for everything you've blessed us with. And we pray that you continue to be with us. We pray for this nation as we're about to go into end of the week and another, end of a weekend, and then into a new week. We pray that you would be with the government, be with the people as well. Father, we pray for a safe weekend. I pray that all may go well. These favors and blessings we ask in no other name but your Son, Jesus Christ, who's God over all. Amen.
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 I thank you. Are there ads that must be paid?
Yeah, you're right. Let's, what a day. Giving God thanks anyhow. Get ready for a night to remember. Alpha Sounds Promotions invites you to Back to Love, an unforgettable evening of smooth R&B vibes and cherished memories. Join us at the Nassau Cruise Port on Saturday, February 15th for a spectacular all-white affair you won't want to miss. Featuring live performances by Freddie Jackson, Regina Bell, and the Essence Band. Tickets available at BahamasTicket.com. That's BahamasTickets.com. Plantation Bar and Grill, Big Boys Cafe, Tropics Bar and Grill. For more information, contact us at 822-6863. That's 822-6863. Mark your calendar, dress in your finest white attire, and join us for a night of love, music, and pure elegance. Do you enjoy watching Freedom March? If so, advertise your business with us today for as low as $50. Contact us now at 557-0258. That's 557-0258 or 557-0259 for the Freedom March Impact Package. Thank you so much, producer.
I thank you, my spiritual advisor. Well, folks, I'm going to come back to the prison. I'm going to come back to Sandlands Rehabilitation Center. I'm going to talk about the corruption that exists in mental health. And I'm going to push the government to return Dr. Nelson Clark, who hails from Burial Ground Corner of East Street in the Mason Addition community, back to Sandlands. We'll talk about it, but there is a great economic story that I would like to introduce. You would recall that the government has announced that there is a $300 million heads of agreement that was signed between businessman Adrian, help me with his name, Fox, and his daughter Adriana Fox, in which they are going to build a very luxurious resort. And what I like about it is it will put a major dent in whatever unemployment that exists among the working class people, among the construction people, the masons, the carpenters, the plumbers, the steel makers. And so I think it's a very significant announcement, and I want young people to immediately go to the Ministry of Labor and start registering so that as these jobs become available, you'll be able to flow smoothly into it, and then it will be a major success. So let's see what the media is reporting. The media tells us $300 million luxury hotel promised 1,000 jobs. A $300 million agreement was signed yesterday for a hotel and entertainment project which could bring up to 1,000 jobs in construction and 1,000 more in operation. Bahamian entrepreneur Adrian and Adriana Fox signed the $300 million heads of agreement with the Davis administration to develop the luxury hotel, residences, and entertainment hubs spanning Cable Beach. Okay, so it's Balmoral Island. Balmoral Island. The Cable Beach project called Voya, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly, Voya Beach, will feature two 14-story mixed-use towers with a hotel, private residence, fine dining, rooftop pools, a recording studio, a nightclub, a spa, and a seaside bar, all infused with Bahamian culture. Meanwhile, Balmoral Island is set to become a premier, all-inclusive adventure destination boasting 3 clubhouses, each accommodating 500 guests, alongside 23 over water and land-based cottages. So this is a major development that has been announced, and it's Bahamian. That is the important thing about it. It's Bahamian participating and investing in the economy, Bahamian entrepreneurs who are interested not only in stimulating the economy and taking advantage of tourism. And as you know, we have over 11 million tourists coming to the Bahamas through the cruise port. So this will have a tremendous economic impact on our nation, and I look forward to seeing the job Bahamians, okay? And after we would have hired Bahamians, then the next set of people that we have to give some of the jobs to would be the Haitian people and the Jamaican people, okay? But we will start with the Bahamians, and as you know, I'm Haitian and Jamaican. You would also have to give them some, because they got to take care of their family. But this is great. I'm excited over it, and I shall be looking at this further to see if the government will give Bahamian investors the kind of economic support and accommodation that they give to the foreigners. Because, you know, here in the Bahamas, from time to time, various administrations discriminate against Bahamian and give everything to the foreigners. So we need to watch that so that Bahamians could be encouraged to participate in the economy. So I think it's a wonderful thing, my spiritual advisor.
Yeah, absolutely.
Based on what they propose, what would you be interested in doing here? Because I already see a job opportunity for me. Yeah.
Oh, is that I think that result is going to be on the Balmoral Island, isn't it?
Yeah. Balmoral Island, Cable Beach. I see myself working in the studio. I see myself as they're gonna have a studio, recording studio.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay. So I could perhaps be a rapper. Maybe I can do a little DJ. I don't know.
Would they? A lot of tourists are going to be. Well, the resort is going to attract tourists from all over.
Yes.
No doubt. So I'm wondering if they're going to have like a little chapel.
A little
chapel.
What is that?
It's a place some tourists may be interested in having.
You mean a church?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't look to see if there's going to be a church, but we could negotiate that.
Yeah.
In fact, we could write the Prime Minister and say the spiritual advisor thinks that we should encourage investors to build a little chapel.
A little chapel,
you could do a little local marriage.
We can talk about, there may be some tourists who may have some issues. They may need a counselor.
Spiritual counseling.
Yep. They may need some spiritual advice.
Yeah, you could lay hands on them with olive oil.
Not only that, there may be 1 or 2 people who may come there, because people come from all walks of life.
Of course.
Who may be interested in getting baptized.
Yes.
The water
Baptism tourism.
The water is there.
Yeah.
You just need me.
My spiritual advisor, I already see someplace. You could be the spiritual advisor in charge of the pool and the beach.
Not only that, I can go and get my minister's license.
Yes.
And be able to perform wedding ceremonies.
Yes.
People may come to the resort.
Of course.
They may want to get married in the Bahamas.
Right. Yeah.
For a small fee.
Yeah, of course.
I can do that.
It's big business, man.
Yeah.
Shucks.
Because a lot of tourists come to the Bahamas to get married.
Yeah, man.
A lot of tourists do.
I think it's great. So you see how with investment, you can have economic spin-off.
Absolutely.
You can come with creative ideas. And I never thought about baptism tourism.
Yeah.
I think it would be great. Yeah.
There are some safe people who decide that they want to do certain things in the Bahamas. They come to the Bahamas, they don't want to be baptized.
Yeah, and there are some people when they get here, they might be saved.
Well, that's deep. But you won't be saved until you're baptized. So.
Well, we have lots of ocean, and where this resort is going to be built, if it's on Balmoral Island, an island is surrounded by water. So, listen, folks, think about it. There are so much ideas that you can come up that can be spin off. Who knows? Some young man might want to go into the coconut water business. I don't know. And that's going to be fun. So it's great news, and it's a major investment. Oh boy, if only I had the youth, I could have done some of that construction. I could pass block, perhaps mix mortar. I don't know. Maybe I can go on the job as a labor advisor. Make sure that all the workers, they have their water and everything like that.
$300 million is a major investment, so it's a lot of money.
Yeah, it's great. So we have to compliment Adrian Gibson. Adrian, goodness me, look how I can get fired. Help me out, my spiritual
Adrian
life.
Fox.
Adrian Fox and
Adriana.
his daughter, Adriana Fox. So this is powerful. Well, folks, I spoke about the prison visit yesterday. I rehashed mental health illnesses. It's a Friday. I'm going to return to the University of the Bahamas because something is happening at the University of the Bahamas. And we need to save the university because I'm certain that Pinling and Arthur Hanna would be very upset if they see how the College of the Bahamas has turned out, in which there's all of these, it's just terrible. And I want to talk to some of the intellectuals who have been in contact with me. Yeah, I'm on radio and TV, but I'm not a very educated man. So I understand that from time to time there are these major problems, but my education does not allow me to comprehend it. You're going to have to talk to Alison Maynard. She's more educated than I am. Yeah, I see the problem, right? But the most I can do for y'all is to row for y'all, okay? Now, we're gonna have to capture the university. I'm very upset because the university sits in Black Village. okay? And they've not been Black Village friendly. They've not been Baintown friendly. They've had no programs which were designed to attract the young people from upper or lower Baintown. And I think it's a disgrace. And so I thank the intellectuals who've made contact with me and who supported my revelation, okay? Now you can help me some more by feeding me some information. I want to be fed some information. Now I understand something happened. Could you send it to me? All right? I'd like to know how the funds are being spent and if they're really spending this money on non-economic activities, non-academic, that's the word I wanted to use, activities. Just send it to me, okay? And depending on how I feel, I could easily show it to the Minister of Finance, the State Minister of Finance, I can show it to the Minister of National Security, I can ask the Commissioner of Police, what are they doing? All right? So I want you to protect the state resources, okay? And I would like to know if many of the senior people in the administration is coming to work. I'm told that you all are very displeased, okay? And if they're not coming to work on time, we could push the government by pushing Allison to make them punch in, okay? But I want you to know, because they asked me if I'm serious about Allison being the president of the university. I told them that Allison has all the trappings and the characteristic to be the president of the University of the Bahamas, okay? But I want to leave that for a few seconds because I've not been armed properly today. So I perhaps will be armed properly tomorrow. But I want to look at a group of women in this country who are not playing a real role. I'll give you an example. I'm going to show you some Negro students. These are females. And these females lack leadership from the woman them. All these sophisticated organizations, they wouldn't go into the school, they wouldn't go into the neighborhood and talk to these young girls. Can we show the country one of the biggest fights among the female students so I can show this country how women, activists, they're not interested in talking decency to these girls. So there they are at Doris Johnson High School. They're fighting. And there's no woman organization who's willing to go to Doris Johnson School. And Dame Doris Johnson was the first female minister in a government of the Bahamas. Dame Doris Johnson. I think Pinland appointed her as Minister of Transport. And all these woman activists, the only thing they're concerned about is whether or not the government should put rape in man marriage. But the girl children them, they fight, they now throwing bottle and rock, they're cursing, and these women activists, just check the newspaper, they right there talking everything other than to go in there and counsel these young women. That's what we are faced with. There's nothing to these women organizations. And so, I don't know, I may have to speak to them. Okay? Because the woman them ain't doing. Check out these women them. They go to the school. You know what they want to talk to the school? I know y'all don't need, believe me, believe me. Watch out for me, believe me. They want to go to the school to tell the children them, ain't nobody could tell them who they should like. They could like who they want like, because this is human rights. Now why you want to tell children that? Your ma and your pa are supposed to tell you who to like. I got a guy now, he's very upset. Very upset. I listened to him. He's upset because his mother is very displeased. So I said, well, why she's displeased? He gave me all kind of talk. So I said, young man, your ma can't be displeased over that. And then finally, he's told me why his ma is displeased. And I said to him, your ma is right. You should listen to your ma. If your ma think you shouldn't like that girl, do what I did. I had a girlfriend named Footsie. Footsie had the biggest foot in the whole of Bay in town. And my ma didn't like Footsie. So I said, Mama, y'all help me to find somebody. So my ma, her ma, and her sister, they find me a woman, because I tell them, everybody I picked, they didn't like. Now I mean the woman lived good. So sometimes you have to listen. I'm not going to tell you what his sin is. But when he told me what his sin is, I think his ma should take the number 3 tub and lick him with it. Because at his age, he ain't supposed to be doing that. So that's what we're up against. Nobody is talking sense to our young people. And the woman organization, they only have sex on their mind. That's the only thing on their mind. Check them out. All they talk about all day is rape. Who getting raped? And some of them married. And that's all they run on with. There's one preoccupation with sex. Sex, 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 sex. Meanwhile, the girl children them throwing more rock and bottle and fighting. We have no example of any of these female leaders in these NGOs who are willing to go and socialize with the young women. So therein lies our problem, major problem. So we have to see what we can do. Mr. Supervisor, you want to comment on that, or should I continue to run on? Because I'm in a running on mood.
Oh, with the fight?
Yeah.
In school. Producer, you saw where I sent you another video?
There's another fight other than Doris Johnson?
Not only the students fighting, the parents fighting.
Really?
Yeah, I sent the producer a video.
Now,
and this is what,
who's the parents fighting?
I don't know.
Are they fighting the teachers?
No, the parents fight one another. Two parents fight one another.
Really?
Yeah, so you say to yourself, man, like, what kind of example is this? Okay, so look at this. I mean, like, what is all about, man? Oh my goodness. This is what we've come to as a people.
Okay.
Like can't we, all get along?
Wow.
In the words of Rodney King, if I could just steal his words.
Wow.
Can't we just all get along? I mean, like, what's going on, man?
Yeah.
Is it that bad that we can't, kind of see if we could trash this thing out? Mm-hmm. Let's talk this thing over, man. Try to figure out what our issues are. And look at the lady, look like she got something with a bag.
Oh, Jesus.
What is that? She took something with a bag.
I don't know what
why somebody didn't stop her? Where's the police, though? Don't they have police officers assigned? Oh,
boy, when Baintown woman catch a fire, even the devil run.
What she hitting her with something? What is that? Is that a phone?
My spiritual advisor.
Or maybe a cologne bottle or something?
All I know is they ain't safe. So these are some of the social problems.
Wow.
And essentially it comes down to the mental well-being. So we have all kind of problems. All kind of problems. And those problems, if not properly addressed, if you have nobody to talk to, if the professionals, it's like what I told you about Sandilands. Can you imagine that the Bahamas government promotes a woman to be the chief psychiatrist, and the police they're so frustrated. They're so frustrated, guess who they turn to? They turn to me. Now I know why they turn to me. They turn to me because they think that I could secretly tell Monroe things that they are embarrassed maybe to say to him. All right? This is what you have. That's why I need Dr. Nelson Clark to return to be in charge of the entire mental health issue. Now they have him working at the prison, but I need more than the prison for him. I need him to be in charge of mental health in the country, because there's one thing about Dr. Nelson Clark. He does not hide from parents. He does not hide from the public. He doesn't. Now, Dr. Comby, goodness me, man, she could hide. And I wouldn't mind if she was hiding, let's say, in Freeport or in Abaco. But she's in Fort Lauderdale. Oh, what are we going to do? Anyway, this is Freedom March. It's a Friday. I'll be right back after the break. Hold on, everybody. We'll be right back. It's powerful today.
Freedom March with Rodney Monker will be right back after this. This is Freedom March with Rodney Monker.
Welcome back to Freedom March. My name is Rodney Monker. Bradley Roll is my spiritual advisor, and it's birthday time. What are you going to do first?
We got a couple birthdays.
Okay.
You have something else? You have some anniversary? No.
No.
All right.
Go ahead.
We got a couple birthdays. Valentino Colby Jr. celebrating his 16th birthday. Happy birthday to Valentino Colby Jr. coming in from your aunt Tanya, your grandmother Sharon, your dad Valentino Sr., your mom Nikki, brothers and sisters, and brothers and friends. So enjoy your day, Valentino Colby Jr. Brenda Cooper, happy birthday to Brenda Cooper on this special day. We celebrate you, a wonderful mother, grandmother, sister, aunt, and the heart of the family. Your love, kindness, and strength inspires all every day. From your children, Angie, Sherelle, Kino, son-in-law Chad, your grandchildren, Molly, Zuri, Olivia, Ava, and Nick. Your sisters, brothers, nieces, nephews, aunts, uncles, cousins. We send you our warmest wishes for a day filled with joy, laughter, and the love you so generously give us. May this year bring you endless happiness, good health, and countless beautiful moments. We love you dearly. Happy birthday to Brenda Cooper. Well, that looks like it, Tanner.
Well, Mr. Producer, there is a youth gathering at the community park in Fox Hill. Did we send you that flyer? I want young people to know that there is a community program that is being held at Fox Hill tomorrow. And it would be great. Perhaps somebody will send me a text because I don't know. I thought that we did send it to the producer. So that's a great activity that is taking place at Fred Mitchell's Fox Hill Community Center. From what I heard, it's a program designed to uplift young men. And I think young men should check it out. And I'm being told it will happen tomorrow. So somebody can text me a little information on it. I'll have the spiritual advisor read it. And then, of course, there is that legal aid clinic that the Progressive Liberal Party candidate for St. Barnabas, Senator Michael Halkitis, they are holding. Do we have the flyer still, Mr. Producer? People do need legal advice. There are many matters involving land, involving will, involving whether or not a wife still has dower or not. Today I got into a dispute with a Negro man who wanted to know whether or not women have dower. So we got into one big argument, but check out this meeting when is that meeting scheduled for? Tomorrow?
Saturday, the 8th of February, which is tomorrow, 2025.
Where's it being held?
What's the venue?
Yeah.
What is
you
the
read it
venue?
yesterday, remember?
Yeah, St. Barnabas presents legal aid information session sponsored by Senator Michael Akitas, Saturday, April 8th, 2025, 1st Street at Constituency Office, 10 a.m. to 12 noon. All right.
Yeah.
So information on the process to have your record expunged and other general legal matters, I guess, will be discussed. So
this is great.
It is tomorrow. But it's saying 1st Street, so his office is on 1st Street.
Well, I'm not sure where his office is.
Yeah. There isn't too much detail about where the office is, but the location, street is 1st Street. Now, where about, because 1st Street is it's kind of like two streets basically over. If you're going north from 1st Street and Robertson Road. So if you're headed north,
yes,
1st Street goes straight over and straight over. All right, so it's somewhere around there, I guess.
Okay.
Thank you, producer.
Thank you, producer. Yeah, so this is powerful. Yeah, so legal aid is very important. So that's a wonderful meeting which is scheduled for tomorrow. And then, of course, this meeting at Fox Hill tomorrow at the community center. People are still concerned as to whether or not there is dower. You may not remember that in 2001, when the Right Honorable Hubert Alexander Ingram amended the Inheritance Act, introduced a new law, he had taken away women's dower. And then, of course, we clashed over it. And after we clashed over it, he replaced it. See, I always look out for the woman there. I always believe that if a man owns an estate, if he died, the wife should get 1/3 of his estate. But he put it back, and then an interesting thing occurred. A wicked person sought to deprive one of the women them of dower. And so there was nothing in the law to prevent it. So he took out an action in the Supreme Court before Justice Kim Neville Adderley. Man, I was so upset. His lordship ruled that women were not entitled to dower. Man, I was upset over that.
I think Papa changed that law, eh?
Who?
Papa.
Papa put it back in the law.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But Neville Adderley, you have a photograph of his lordship? Well, this is Justice
K. Neville Adderley.
Kim Neville Adderley, who ruled against the woman them taking away dower. Oh, I was so angry. After he did that, I made it clear to everybody, no judge will take away anything from my wife. So I give my wife the land. I said, now let me see them take that from her. Okay? But the then Chief Justice, see, nobody's going to tell it to you, was Sir Boynton Hall. And so there was this big row taking place, whether or not women lose their dower and whether or not Justice Neville Adderley had the power to take away the woman them dower. So guess what Sir Boynton Hall did? Sir Boynton Hall says, what we will do is, and he gave a legal directive, and he told lawyers that notwithstanding that judgment, they are to continue to have women renounce, so as to, clear up that ambiguity, if I'm using the word correctly. Okay? But of course, if a man dies without a will, his wife is entitled to half of his estate. So his wife get half of his estate. Mm-hmm. The children of the marriage share the other half. Mm-hmm. Now, if he had some children before the marriage, some after the marriage, some during the marriage, but not with his wife, they can also split with the lawful children. So it's beautiful. Thank God for Hubert Ingram. The married man outside children, no matter how his wife carry on, you and your ma could go to court, and all you got to do is to prove, your ma only got to prove that you happens to be the child of the one husband. So it was a wonderful debate over that, Alison and I. That's why she don't like me. The late Darrell Miller, he had both of us on his show discussing it. And Allison accused me of being emotional. I was not being emotional. I was defending married women. I was challenging sweethearting, because what Ingram did is he attempted to regulate sweethearting. And while there are many sweethearting and sweethearts in the country, Ingram was wrong to regulate it. So it's kind of unregulated now. But Papa tried it. And I accused him of introducing a sweetheart bill. And Allison said to Darrell, "You see how upset he is?" So I turned to her, I said, "Allison, I married, you married. Join me in condemning sweethearting." You know, I couldn't get Allison to condemn sweethearting. All I challenged her, I said, "Allison, join me. I am the man. Let's condemn sweethearting." Allison refused. And you may not believe this, I can say it. The late Paul Adderley saw me hours later, and he said, "I don't understand Allison." I didn't know what he was talking about. I said, "What you mean?" He said, "All you asked her to condemn sweethearting. She never joined you in condemning sweethearting." I said, "Well, you know, I'm a sweetheart's son, but I do believe that sweethearting is wrong. You know? But Allison never condemned sweethearting. So sweethearting continues in the country, and there's still this debate going on. So I had to argue with a man. He was looking for an argument to deprive a woman from dower whose husband been dead 30 years ago. So I said, no. When a husband died, the judge ruling is not applicable to that. You leave that woman alone, let her have a dower before I go on TV and case you out. So I think she will get the dower. So y'all don't know how hard I work. I had to put up with this man rowing. No, he pa died 40 years ago. 40 years ago. And you want to take away the woman dower? Hell no, I'm not gonna allow it. So by the time he was carrying on, so I decided, let me show him something. I then start carrying on. Only thing I didn't do is use dirty words. And I told him, that woman will have her dower, or I go in on TV and row about it. So he said, "Okay, Mr. Michael, don't bring no disgrace to the family. I can let Mama have her dower." So I just work hard, you know. Poor woman. Where her son was when she started liking that man. The children never made fear. When your ma start liking your daddy, where the hell you been? What you mean you closer to your daddy? The woman is closer to the man than the child. See me? I love the woman more than the children. Yeah. I bet you don't know why. I sure the woman. I sure that's the woman. That Chinese baby, I'm sure for that baby. All right? Even though my sister tell me we got Chinese in our family. I look like a Chinese?
No, sir.
Okay. So that's
not even
what's going on.
close.
Really? There's no Chinese in me?
There's nothing Asian in you at all.
Wow.
Huh?
You better something before I go home.
Unless you but Chinese don't wear bad. Well, you look like a Haitian.
Yeah, well, but if they said the Haitian baby was mine, I could own the baby, right? But the Chinese baby, not owning any Chinese baby, okay? Yeah, so it's powerful. So where are we now, my spiritual advisor?
Sanders.
Yes.
Yesterday we talked about the impressive numbers as far as tourist arrivals are concerned over 2024. But the former Minister of Tourism, Dionisio Diagla, makes a very interesting observation.
What he say?
What he's saying is that the stopover arrivals are more economically lucrative for the market rather than the cruise ship visitors.
And what is
The
this point?
stopover visitors seem to contribute more to the economic basin of the tourism market rather than the cruise ship visitors, which is true. Because about 2 weekends ago, I was able to ride through downtown, say around about 10:30 in the morning, and I was shocked at the amount of tourists that was actually down there. It's quite a bit, honestly.
Okay.
Bay Street was flooded with
Okay.
tourists. Make no mistake, the numbers are there. But I wondered in myself too, in my mind, sorry, how much of these tourists, how much are they spending?
Okay.
Because you can see them walking the streets, you can see some of them in stores.
You went to St. Augustine College.
But for the most part,
and the Aguilar went to St. Augustine. Did he go to St. Augustine too?
I
think he
couldn't
went
say.
to St. Augustine.
But why don't you let's see what he says
Well,
before
I
you,
know
before you
exactly what he
start
says.
before you start running on.
The first
right?
thing I want to ask you is this.
Can I, let's read the
My
article
spiritual advisor,
Before you start running on,
told
right?
me what he said. I want to know when De Aguilar was Minister of Tourism,
I think we would have gone down that road.
how many tourists he got to stay over.
Yeah.
I want to know that. And tourists, and the tourists, if he is displeased with the tourism market today, then he has to take responsibility, because him and Dr. Minnis and Michael Pintard, they sold the dock, Prince George Dock. They made it difficult for tourists to, am I saying it right? They made it easier for the tourists not to have to stay over. So what has he done?
But remember now, what happened is a lot of these cruise packages, the cruise packages is the problem, where they offer these all-inclusive tourist packages. When you come on a cruise ship, you can eat on the ship. Whatever it is you do on the ship could be done on the ship. You don't have to disembark. So when tourists come to walk the streets, I guess for them, they feel no need to have to spend money.
Well, there's no need for that.
Because
and don't forget,
they have these all-inclusive trips.
Dr. Minnis and De Aguilar give them Paradise Island. So, you don't know
what
that
what is on Paradise Island?
You know they building
That
something
project?
on Paradise Island?
Yeah. Now, which cruise ship is doing that?
One of them American cruise ship.
Okay.
The one that is nanny.
But his
in
point
water.
though is that the stopover, the numbers are they're not increasing. It's stagnant.
Yeah,
so,
that is
so we need to
due to
increase-
his bad leadership.
My-
the bad
my-
leadership
my
of
leader-
him
oh,
and Dr. Minnis.
Wow.
And it's them who sell the islands?
Wow.
Wasn't it them who sell the islands?
What does that get to do with what's going on outside?
If you sell the islands, you now allow the cruise ship to make it easier for the tourists not to stay over. Right? In the 80s, we didn't have this problem. When Pinland was in charge, you had to close down the casino. It's Frank Watson, and then in modern times, De Aguilar. It's them who sabotage the thing. So what he's attempting to put on the PLP has inherited the bad policy of us.
The tourists will come in here, you know. You start complaining about that. The tourists will come in here.
He's talking about he wants to stay over.
Yeah, man.
The next thing he's not told you.
Hotels, get them to go into the hotels.
It's political dishonesty. The next thing he's not told you is there's not that availability of room to accommodate them. See, there's another thing he didn't tell you.
We got 3 or 4 major hotels.
You heard what he just told you?
You got
them
Atlantis,
hotel full.
You got Atlantis, you got the Hilton, you got
them hotel
Point,
full.
You got Bahama.
Them hotel full. Them hotel full.
We don't have enough rooms.
Ain't enough rooms.
All right.
So Adrian Fox, his investment is welcome because we ain't got enough room. Now, De Aguilar ain't tell you that.
I wonder if that's the problem, though.
That's
I'm not a tourism expert, so.
Well, I work in the tourism industry.
I can tell you how much rooms we have available to match the numbers that we have now. So, But we need to look at it though. He may have a legitimate.
I think he's jealous that Chester
It ain't
Cooper.
that.
Listen to me. He is jealous. Mr. Dionuncio de Aguilar is jealous because Chester Cooper and the PLP is doing a damn good job.
So if we don't have enough rooms, I forgot about the other platform.
What platform?
Airbnb. That's where you can now share this room market with local entrepreneurs.
Airbnb
and those
is
who
full.
have properties.
Airbnb is
And tourists,
Airbnb
and guess
is full.
what? A lot of tourists prefer Airbnb anyhow because it gives them a more,
Anyway, Donald Trump soon signed an executive order to close down Airbnb.
It'll probably be challenging
because
anyhow.
he has discovered that, so this is powerful. Listen, to the Defense Force, I am having complaints from parents who says that their children have registered for the National Youth Guard. They're calling y'all, nobody is answering the phone, and so they're upset. And so they've been calling me for the number. So those persons who are responsible for the National Youth Guard, for heaven's sake, please answer your phone. Because the people now come into my house. Okay? And, when they came to my house, I said to them, listen, I can talk to the Defense Force, but I ain't got what you are asking for. Okay? So I needed the Defense Force to answer those cell phones that they give because I had a woman whose daughter has reached that level and they say they can't hear from the Defense Force. So I thought I'll tell that to you. Meanwhile, a Negro man who was shot, I think he was shot a couple days ago, he died. So he's now the 10th murder victim. So the killings are taking place so fast. I had to keep count of it if I don't have the notes. All I know is that the police tell me that the man died. I'm only going by what the police told me by myself. I don't know if they shared it with the other media, but they told me. And man, I was so upset when they told me the man died. I said, man, we couldn't do anything to save his life. It's so sad that all these killings are taking place, but that is what has happened. So he's died. I think he got killed someplace out south, got shot some time ago, and the police tell me today he died. And before I could say what cause it was, they tell me it's the 10th murder victim. So it's sad, it's weekend. We have to talk to ourselves. We have to talk to our sons and daughters. We have to talk to the young people and tell them to be careful. Perhaps stay home. Perhaps, avoid situations that are going to cause these problems. So, have you heard anything, my spiritual advisor?
I saw some on social media, but I couldn't figure out if it was confirmed or not, but they say he did. It says that he passed away.
Yeah,
So,
well,
the police are saying it?
a police told me.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
I don't know if I could say the police are saying it either. Anyway, folks, this is Freedom March. It's a Friday evening. Bim! Where are you going? Are you going to Arawaki? That might be the place. Hold on, everybody. We'll be right back. This is powerful. God the King. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. It's
Do you have something to say to the Senator? Call Freedom March at 323-7775. Toll free from anywhere in the Bahamas at 242-300-0045. Freedom March with Rodney Monker, only on ILTV.
ambitious women, are you ready to take your business to the next level? This is your chance to shine. I'm Adriana Fox, co-founder of the Fox Foundation.
And I'm Adriel Fox, Legacy Advocate of the Fox Foundation.
We're thrilled to announce the second annual Women's Entrepreneurship Episode Grant Initiative, created to empower and support women like you who are making waves in the business world.
This year, we're offering $75,000 in grants to female entrepreneurs with innovative business ideas in undersaturated markets and industries that have yet to reach their full potential. Our top 3 prizes are $25,000 for first place, $20,000 for second place, and $15,000 for third place. In addition, 7 runner-ups will receive $2,000.
We encourage businesses such as those in digital markets like web innovations, AI-driven service, niche e-commerce, or emerging industries such as green technologies, health tech, cultural tourism, and personalized educational platform. Whether you're launching a startup, scaling your business, or tackling that big idea that needs a financial boost, this grant is for you. Last year, we funded 10 incredible entrepreneurs, and this year, it could be you.
Imagine what you could achieve with the funding to grow your dreams.
Apply now and join a powerful community of women entrepreneurs leading the way. Applications are open from January 31st to February 28th. Don't wait. Visit our website for more information. This is your opportunity to break into a growing market and make an impact. Apply today and let's build a future of unstoppable women entrepreneurs together.
This is Freedom March with Rodney Monker.
Welcome back to Freedom March. Bradley Roll. He will pay bills. Will you?
Yeah, we got Shop Smart, right? So let's see what's happening with Shop Smart. So Shop Smart is having a 20% off Valentine's Day sale from now until February the 15th. All jewelry are 70% off, and the clothing are still 5 pieces for $25. So Shop Smart is open Monday to Saturday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. They're located at number 122 Marquis Street. It's a 2-story yellow building. Ask for Tanya. Tanya, of course, will help you to shop early, shop often, and shop smart. Thank you, Medusa.
This is powerful. Well, in the United States, they're complaining. They say that the Bahamas is being used as the route for illegal migrants to go into the United States. They're concentrating on Chinese. They say that the entrance of Chinese immigrants to the United States has gone up by 8,000%, if I read this correctly. And the means by which the Chinese pull it off is they fly from China to London, then from London to the Bahamas. Then once they arrive in the Bahamas, any method using the sea they will take to get to the United States. And President Donald Trump wants that to stop. And when he catches them Chinese, he's going to send them back here to the Bahamas. So we should do everything in our power to ask the Chinese embassy, to tell the Chinese government to keep the Chinese home. All right? So I thought I'll tell you that. And then, of course, there are talks that there are many Bahamians that are set to be repatriated to the Bahamas. And I think we should not be upset. Every Bahamian who's being sent back, we should welcome them. Okay? We should welcome them. And if in the midst there are other black people that nobody wants, people of the African race, we should welcome them as well, okay? Because, you know, they are our people. And these days, it is difficult for me to tell who are the real Bahamians, since it is alleged they were the Arawak Indians. So this is what is going on. I'm now going to invite my spiritual advisor to open the lines, and I'm going to invite you Negroes. Don't talk long. Make a quick point. Move on. Okay, my spiritual advisor?
Yes, 323-7775. The lines are open, 698-0775 and 698-0776. So call us. We got about 25 minutes before the show ends. So be quick with your calls. The weekend is here. Super Bowl weekend, Santa. Santa. Super Bowl weekend.
What is Super Bowl?
Super Bowl is the #1 championship game in America.
Really?
Yeah, man.
I heard everybody talking about Super Bowl.
It's a football game. It's a football championship game.
I bought me a big bowl for my okra soup.
Yeah.
So where y'all playing Super Bowl?
We're going to watch Super Bowl Santa. I know the Church of Christ plans to open up the Ellen Hasty Hall.
I'm not going to watch Super Bowl.
We're going to watch Super Bowl at the Harvey Park Church of Christ. At the Ellen Hasty Hall.
Super Bowl is not for me. I'm going to go online to watch Donald Trump sign executive orders.
Yeah.
Okay?
It's look like Patrick Mahomes is probably going to make history.
Who?
The quarterback for the Chiefs.
Well, my spiritual advisor, I'm only looking at the history that Donald Trump is making.
He needs to join the lead boys with 3 beats.
Goodness me.
Yeah. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Monica, I heard you talking about Bahamian coming back home. Yes, that might happen, but you shouldn't praise that because it's a lot of Bahamian in America, and they have 2 jobs. You cannot supply them with 1 job over here. That's the reason why Bahamians leave their home and went to America. Because the only thing it's talking about for the last 20-odd years in this country is getting a job to the hotel. And you, that's the reason why Bahamian, and they go the right way. They don't go the way those other countries go, smuggle their way in. They go the right way with their passport. So
Really?
you should, but all you do on this is advocate for Trump, and Trump is not a good man.
Stop
And
saying
don't
that.
talk with Christians, and Christians is out the window for him.
Stop saying that.
Yeah, I will continue to advocate that.
Fight,
because he's
fight,
not.
fight.
Because the things he's doing
Trump,
to those
Trump,
people in
Trump.
America is terrible.
Fight.
Yeah, that's all you got to say, fight. You and that crazy girl who just be on the show calling you about fight.
But you're being unfair.
I'm not being unfair.
Listen to me for a second. Donald
Yeah,
Trump.
go ahead.
Donald Trump was democratically elected. Everything he's doing, he told the American people is his policy, and they agree. I with the American people. All right?
Well, don't forget, he was on national television with the 2025 what he was going to deal with. He said he was no part of that. And now what they had in that document,
Yeah.
he's doing everything in that document.
Oh, okay. You're talking about the MAGA document for 2025.
2025.
Okay. Well, sometimes these things happen. But Donald Trump is doing a wonderful job in America, and we're enjoying it. I think it's great. All right? Let's don't be upset. It's democracy. He's
But
only, only there for
not in
4
my
years.
country, but I am very upset because he's sending so many innocent people home to put people in there who don't know the white like those other people.
What innocent people he's sending home? Every Bahamian who's there unlawfully should come home.
I'm talking about in America government, in the White House. They letting go a lot of people there.
They're going to be paid.
Paid?
England did it here in Nassau.
8 months salary.
Package.
8 months salary, that ain't no pay.
That's
Yeah,
plenty
You're
money.
supposed to go, when you're working for government, if they let you off your job, you're supposed to get your pension till you die.
Now, caller. Now, in all fairness, well, let me be fair with you.
Go ahead.
Right? The U.S. aid program, I need you to really go dig into it properly, study it, and see why the Trump administration has decided to deal with it the way they're doing it. There's a lot of things that you don't know, but the information is there for you to go and take a look at and see if he's being fair or if he's being unfair. But that U.S. aid program,
But we never can see all of that.
yeah. And two, remember now, there are a lot of Bahamians who are in the United States and they don't have proper documentation to be there. So they have to come back home. Whether they had 2 jobs in America or not, it doesn't justify them doing it or being there.
But I
if
hope
they
you
don't
and
have
Mike will find jobs for them.
Listen
You're
to me.
advocating them.
Well, the government will find jobs for them.
Government find
1,000.
what job?
All right?
Listen to me.
That's the government's duty to provide
Listen to me.
jobs.
Let them come home to us. I miss some of them. There's a Bahamian woman living in Cowpen Road. She run to the United States with 3 black children, and the daddy can't see them. I'm so happy that Donald Trump is going to pick her up and send them
when
home.
When I go over there, I be around a lot of them who I know.
Okay.
And they are living good. And if they come here, they will never live like how they live over there.
Yeah, but
Well,
let them do it the right way,
And even though
though.
they come back home.
All I say is I want all them black children that these women carry over there unlawfully. I want Donald Trump to send
She
black
know
children
why she
home.
carry them.
Okay?
So you ain't
She
living.
know why she carry them.
So, caller, you ain't living good in the Bahamas?
Sometimes.
Okay, so others could do the same thing too.
Sometimes.
We could live
Okay.
good here. Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
But thank you so much for your call, eh? Appreciate
Thank
your
you.
Okay.
contribution. Producer, I have the dash to pick up a key. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Oh, go
Senator,
ahead.
Senator, take care of it.
I'll take care of it.
Yeah.
Well, let me start. While the spiritual advisor is dashing for a key, I want to thank the Colebrook family for that big box of banana. I thank you for the banana, and I thank you for the other gift that came with the banana. Okay? So I want the Colebrook family to know that I've received it, and I thank them very, very much. Do we have any other caller? Hello, caller. Hello? There's no caller? Hello, caller.
Hello.
How are you, sir? What's on your
How you
mind?
doing, Mr. Monica? How you doing today?
I am fine. What is on your mind, sir?
All right. I see spiritual advisor step off. But I think Donald Trump is doing a magnificent job so far
This is powerful.
with his policies. Now, only one thing I call the final.
What's that?
What is the state of Grand Bahama and its economy? Is it doing good?
Well, as you are aware, the PLP has been in intensive negotiation to get rid of that hotel that the F&M wrongly, corruptly, and dishonestly purchased. So the PLP is working on it, and the PLP is committed to restoring economic confidence in Grand Bahama and creating full employment.
The people say they're suffering, man.
Well, I am saddened over the fact that that is happening, but take it from me, the government, through its various social initiatives, is working, and to the extent that the people of Grand Bahama are suffering, their elected representatives don't express that in the House. They're throwing mace out of the House. They're talking up a bunch of nonsense. When last you heard Michael Pintard say, what is the economic condition of the people of his constituency? They even can't find him. He had a fellow who is a DJ, and the DJ job that the F&M provided him was so terrible, he started smuggling cocaine. So the white man came from the United States, pick up that F&M with his stupid self, and say, come take me to Miami with the cocaine. And he's the first F&M to have ever done that. And he took him and the cousin, jump on the boat with the man. And when they got to Miami with all that coke, the man say, you're under arrest. And guess what they say? What you think they say to the man? You release the DAA? They even don't believe him. But they lock up, you know?
Man, you can be laughing, man.
Yeah.
But I mean, we really need to try to reach out to them. I mean, as the government of the Bahamas.
The PLP is committed to it. Take it.
Yeah, we need to help out Freeport. Even all the other family islands.
Oh, yeah. The government is working on it. Don't forget, there are investments that are taking place in Grand Bahama. The hurricane has had a devastating effect. Ministers wasted the money with F&M cronies. Hardly did anything for Grand Bahama. That's the residue of his poor leadership. But help and hope are on the way, okay?
Why don't you speak with Mr. Fox, Adrian Fox, and ask him if he could do a development over there, man? Let them be.
Okay.
They need something.
Any little island where you could build another hotel nearby?
There are many.
Well, check on it. Send me some photographs, and then I'll send it to Mr. Fox and ask him what he think he could do with one or two of them islands in Grand Bahama.
All right, sir. Very well. You enjoy the rest of your weekend, sir.
I thank you, sir, and be safe.
Thank you.
Yeah. Do I have anybody else on the phone? Hello?
Mr. Roll?
Well, Mr. Roll went to get a key. You can talk to me. I'm Monker.
Oh, Mr. Monker.
Yes, ma'am.
I spoke to Mr. Roll about this some time back.
Okay.
Do you know that the prison, they haven't had a visit. They closed for the COVID.
That is true.
You remember? And
Yes.
then the PLP came into power. Do you know they haven't, those children up there hasn't had a visit from old pa, and their children from then to now?
Yes.
That's human being rights. That's their rights were taken away from them.
Well, hold on a second. I spoke with some senior prison officials yesterday with reference to that. I was shocked when they showed me the modern technology that they have. Take, for instance, which island do you live on?
No, I live right here in the back. No, I live right here in Nassau.
Okay.
Let me tell you something.
But
me in Monroe put you could you could see it on the
Yes.
laptop and whatever, right?
Yes.
But my granddaughter in school, when that is on, I don't know how to operate nothing. Come on.
Okay, well, what I will do, I'm going to have a talk with Mr. Monroe and ask him whether or not they can arrange where when students knock off from school, they'll be able to do it virtually. But at the moment...
no, the visit is over. The visit over at 2:30. The visit over at 2:30, and they're getting off. So they need to stay back.
Well,
Mr. Monica.
I can talk with Mr. Monroe.
You know,
I've
and
met-
the children, they wouldn't have to be so frustrated up there if they could see their family.
You talking about the prisoners?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you were talking about children who were free.
I'm talking about both. The prisoners cannot see their children, their mom, or their pa.
Okay. I'm going to have another talk, but I bought the argument that was given to me that this policy was introduced as a result of COVID. And then, of course, from time to time, they're prisoners who have certain illnesses, and they're trying to manage it as they expand the prison. There's going to be a point when people will be able to openly return, perhaps even before the new prison is built. But at the moment, there are
That prison was coming. That new prison was built for years and years and years now.
No. Don't mind what the FNM was saying. The FNM.
I ain't talking about no FNM. I'm talking about my child I want to see. I ain't freaking talking about no FNM and PRP.
Show, madam, that picture of that new prison that I went to. Listen to me. Your point is well taken. I'm going to speak with Mr. Monroe, and I'm going to ask him when perhaps that policy can be lifted. But for
that the parents want to see their children.
Okay.
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah, but we have to also tell our children now they got to behave themselves, because if they don't behave themselves,
Then guess what, Mr. Monica?
Yes.
The old, the young, and the middle-aged, we all have to behave ourselves.
That is true. And a bunch of the old people ain't got no manners, ain't got no respect. And it's them who set bad example.
Yeah.
But I'll talk with Mr. Monroe. I might see him this evening, depending on whether or not my foot still hurt me.
Well, you better bandage your foot up and go see him. Because every Sunday he have on his dress in church and don't have no love for his brothers and sisters in the prison.
Take it from me. Monroe loves the prison.
But why you would let them see their family?
I want you to hear me. As we walk through the wings of the prison, I had a surprise. Every time we walked, there were some white people who kept standing up. Well, I'm attracted to white people. Immediately, I turned to one of the overseers. I said, "You have white people in jail." He said, "Yeah, Mr. Bunker, we have some here." And one of the things that I observed is every time you pass, this white man, he would stand up. So I tried a trick. I kept walking past his cell. And every time I walk past his cell, he stand up. And I turned to the senior official. I said, "Man, this man keeps standing up." He said, "Listen, these white people, they got respect. Anytime they see an official, they stand up." Right? So Monroe loves the prisoners. When they saw him, they immediately greeted him.
Let's go to another call.
So we're going to talk to Monroe.
Thank
okay?
you, Mom. We'll talk to you later. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Hello, Mr. Monica. How are you?
Don't forget what we said now. Be quick.
You give that man a 3-page dissertation.
Yeah, but you're not as fortunate.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Mr. Monica.
Yes?
Real quick now.
Again.
Okay, my answer me correctly. Did you say we have 10 murders as of today?
Yes, there was a Negro male who was shot a couple of days ago, but he subsequently died, so he became the 10th murdered victim.
Well, what in the food is going on in this country?
Well, you know,
this is crazy, Mr. Monica.
You are a teacher. You are a woman. You see that big fight at Doris Johnson Senior High School? Are you talking to the young people?
I talk to them on my level.
Okay.
The grade I teach, and I try my best to impart that wisdom as I go along throughout the school campus with the other students. I'm not in the high school, I'm in the primary school section of education. Yes, but they need, probably the pastors, they need to come together as one, and no matter the denomination, and say, let's turn down our plates, man. This is serious, this is just February.
Yeah.
That's serious 10 murders. That's a little bit too much. I remember back in the day when one murder was too much, as my grandmother used to say, one was too much. But I may become immune to it's like, that's a part of our cultural diet. We need to get rid of that. Children become make murder a normal thing. Don't even get used to hearing that. But let me continue on. Let me quickly come on. Mr. Hunter, now you know that election is at door, and this is the year when they dissolved the House, right?
No. This ain't Dr. Minister in charge. The PLP government is committed to going to 5 years.
Oh, okay, sir.
Why
and I just want to say,
Okay.
as data speaks in the Ministry of Education, results are going to speak for this one. As we know who the winning team is, I believe it's going to be a landslide victory, and I believe that right there.
Okay, you take
Have a
good care.
great one.
Thank you.
All right,
Yes,
take
sir.
care. 323-7775 is the number to call. 698-0775. Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Anchor. Good afternoon, spiritual advice.
Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon, my dear.
Yes, I want to ask Mr. Monica one question.
Go ahead, my dear.
Ms. Monica, who appointed you as Senator in the Senate?
I was appointed by the F&M leader who overthrew Dr. Minnis, decent Loretta Butler Turner. She pulled a coup d'etat on Minnis and became the F&M leader in the Senate. She appointed me.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just wanted to know. And to another thing, one more briefly, Mr. Monica.
Yes?
You have to teach people, all older people, to do the right thing. Now, that lady who is called here, she would not address the spiritual advisor. What is she teaching her children and her grandchildren not to speak to people and not to show respect?
I'm going to leave the spiritual healing of her to the spiritual advisor. They seem to have a spiritual thing going on.
Yeah, she's refusing to go to the Bible and check certain things. But we'll work it out.
Yes, but that
we'll
is
work it out.
showing disrespect because if her children or grandchildren see her doing that, the children follow what their parents do.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
tell her she is not teaching her children proper manners, respect for elder.
Yeah,
And I go on. Thank you very much.
I thank
Have
you.
a good weekend, caller.
Shanika, you need not call back to straighten that.
No, don't worry about that, Shanika.
Yeah.
We'll deal with that in Sunday school. Welcome to Freedom March, caller. You're live. Welcome to Freedom March. 323-7775 is the number to call. 698-07. Welcome to Freedom March, caller.
Mr. Monica.
Sir.
How are you doing today?
I am fine.
Listen, yesterday you was talking about them bed up in Fox Hill.
Yes.
Let me tell you something. To be honest with you, you was a man, you say Dr. Sands had he taught for best for you.
No, I never said Dr. Sands.
No, when you been to Princess Margaret Hospital.
No, I was talking about the table.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why they putting the good bed in for the jailbirds, for people who killing innocent people? I can't put it in the hospital for old people like you.
There is a woman by the name of Michelle.
Man, I'm here with the woman. Answer my question.
Put the Negro man on hold so I can answer him. There is a woman by the name of Michelle Brathwaite. She's in charge of human rights. If they don't give the prison good accommodation, she's going to report the Bahamas to the UN. Bring him back.
Mr. Monica.
Yes.
I don't want to hear but no woman. I want to hear from you. That woman ain't been on the table. You've been on the table.
Well, listen to me. Dr. Dwayne Sands them quickly put me to sleep.
Boy, if I was him, I would have wake you up.
Well, that's why we chose him. The PLP government, they said the person they believe in, who would
Yeah,
put
but Monica,
listen to me,
you
Negro.
will be talking out your head. When you take your met, you're a good man.
I thank you.
But when you don't take your met, you won't save.
Okay, I thank you.
All right, caller.
Take good care now.
Have a good weekend.
You talking, but you're the leader. Where you leading these people?
Hang up on that Negro.
Enjoy the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
caller. Sunday evening,
Oh,
6
boy.
o'clock.
Hello, welcome to Freedom March.
Hi, good day, Mr. Monk. How are you doing?
Listen, I am fine. How are you?
Woman, behold your leadership.
This is powerful.
Mr. Monka, the people are wondering why is Mr. Curtis is not being charged yet.
Mr. Curtis has been charged. He is in lawful custody.
No, but we want to know why everything is so secretive. Because why?
No. Just hold on a second. He is not in our jurisdiction. Listen, folks, do well, be safe. If it is God's will, the spiritual advisor and I shall return on Monday.
If it's the Lord's will.
Do well, everybody. God save the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. God save the King. God save the Bahamian people. God save the King. Do well, everybody. Until Monday.
Enjoy the Super Bowl Sunday.
Amen.
Thoughts, views, and comments expressed by Rodney Munker, his guests, and callers on Freedom March are not necessarily those of the management, ownership, or production unit of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is a production of ILTV and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without express written consent of the Verizon Media Group. Freedom March is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2020. All rights are reserved.
The Verizon Media Group, home of IL.